What's up guys, Dallas here. I'm just editing this video and just want to give you a heads up. This is more of a verbal journal for Ellie and I. So stick around, it's fun. We get a little bit emotional. A lot of excitement, a lot of big things coming, a lot of lessons learned. We're grateful for the past 5 years. But yeah, thanks for watching. All right, today is
February 11th, 2025.
Yep. We had a good come to Jesus moment in the bathtub a few days ago and realized that we've barely vlogged anything the last 5-ish years.
We've vlogged a lot. Well, we've taken a lot of videos, but we haven't done anything with it. So we have two 2-terabyte hard drives full of video that we've never done anything with.
And now we're repenting.
Now we realize we really need to do
ways.
it. Especially because our lives are very different and from what they were when we first started vlogging, and we want to be able to reflect 20 years, 30 years, 50 years from now.
Even a couple of years from now.
Yeah, honestly, even next year. Like, there's a lot from last year that I wish we would have documented because it was a really hard year, and it'd be nice to look back and be like, hey, we survived that.
Yep. So if you look back at all of our videos, we posted a lot when we first got married, the first year or two, and then haven't posted a lot since then. So just want to change that. We want to do like a reaction video to this Dear Future Us video that we filmed 5 years ago, and just kind of show what's happened since then, what's going on now, and some goals we have now. So yep.
So we're gonna watch it and then we'll kind of like talk in between it, and yeah.
Yeah, I'll figure out how to edit it.
Today is January 31st, 2020, and we want to speak to our future selves.
Where'd he go?
This is the first time we've ever done a video like this, but we're calling it the Where Are We At Right Now video.
Yeah, so basically where we're at right now is currently we're sitting in our apartment, which is a basement. We live in my cousin's basement. And we've been living here since May of last year. We have 4 fish. Their names are Moby Dick, Shamu, Blackie, and Elephant. We have somewhere between 50 and 60 plants.
R.I.P. R.I.P. to the fish. I don't think they lasted. They probably lasted a couple months after this video.
They lasted like 2 years. Remember, we got rid of them after we got Punger and we were living in the Lehigh house. And we just gave them away. They didn't die.
Yeah, that's true. Because Punger kept...
Yeah, he kept like swatting at them and trying to eat their water.
Every last one of those plants died. We got a cat. Got rid of the fish because the cat was trying to scoop up the fish in their bowl.
And was drinking their nasty water.
Yep, so we got a naked cat named Punger. And then we got a little puppy named Brutus, who's a Cane Corso. And then we got Freya, which is Punger's half-sister. Cutest little cat ever.
She's got curly ears and little short legs and a long body.
Yeah. And as of right now, we have 11 chickens.
We've had so many chickens. They
Yep.
die a lot. Like, they're not as hardy as you think. So.
Yeah. And we have a cat. We currently have one animal that lives in our house, and that is Zero. She was our 3rd cat.
She chose us.
Yeah, she showed up in the backyard.
The day before Christmas Eve.
And never left.
And we called her Zero because many factors. One being The Nightmare Before Christmas is one of our favorite movies, and the dog's name in that movie is Zero. And since she showed up the night before Christmas Eve, we thought that was funny. And then also because Doll said there was a 0% chance she was staying. And she stayed. It's now been 2 years.
And now she's the only animal that we have. So as of the recording of this video, Brutus passed away a couple weeks ago.
On the 31st of January.
On the 31st. He was 5. He was born July of 2020. And
so he
passed
would have
away.
been 5 this year.
He would have been 5. So he was 4.5 years old. Best little dude. 105 pounds, not a little dude, but yeah. Punga and Freya are living at Ellie's brother's house because they're absolutely obsessed with him.
He lived with us for a few months last year because he broke his leg and didn't have anywhere to live. And he
was doing summer sales and couldn't go back out, so he stayed with us.
They were so in love with him. And so we had a big life change coming, and so we needed them to be gone for a few months until he goes out to summer sales, and then they will be back with us.
Yep.
Plants. As of right now, we have 6,341 followers on our Dreadful Hippie page.
Okay, let's look. We now currently have 45,700. So that is what our page currently looks like now. I don't know if that's gonna focus.
It's okay. You can like pull up a screenshot. On Instagram.
Yes. And I have 4,116 followers on TikTok.
Oh. Let's see, I now have 2 TikTok accounts, and the one that I was referring to in that video currently has 288,500 something. That's our Dreadful Hippie one. And then this last year in August I created a new account, and that one has 37,500 something.
I've got 36.
We have 3.
I don't even know how many I have. Like 300. I don't even have TikTok on my phone.
You have 1,229.
Hey, that's almost a 100x increase.
329 subscribers. And
wait, what did we just say?
329 subscribers.
We have 329 subscribers.
Oh, we have 16,060 subscribers now.
That's cool.
That's pretty impressive.
And
YouTube.
We really just have a big goal to really put ourselves out there this year, which is why you are getting this great video.
Say we did that.
It's true. We're trying to document a lot more. We've been to Bali, Mexico, the Dominican Republic, China. Right now,
where have we gone to now?
Since that video, we went to
We've gone to Iceland,
Hungary,
Italy,
Spain.
And inside of Italy we went to Rome, Florence, and Venice.
Then we went to Scotland, and then
had a 12-hour layover in Ireland and went to a pub. That was so fun.
Been to Japan.
Oh yeah, Japan. We've been to Colombia. I've been to Mexico.
We went to Mexico for our anniversary.
Oh yeah.
For like a day, and then it sucked, so we flew home early. Is that it?
I think that might be it.
I think so. We've got a couple big things that we're working for.
Also, can we just talk about, look how different we look.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have dreads in, I don't have dreads in.
My hair's short-ish.
I've got lip filler.
Yeah. You have a nose ring.
I have a nose ring.
A few tattoos.
Your beard's a little bit longer, but
my mustache is long now. Towards buying a warehouse. So big 4,000 to 5,000 square foot. I don't know if you'd consider that big. Maybe we'll laugh at that later on. But
yeah, so we bought the warehouse.
We bought the warehouse. Is just under 10,000 square feet. And
we worked our butts off and renovated that beauty. We bought it for $850,000, and 2 years later we made a like, I don't even know.
Oh, we bought it for $850,000.
Not bad, not bad.
Put a couple $100,000 into renovating it, and then sold it for $1.45 million.
Nice.
Really cool.
Yeah.
But now we have to pay taxes on that.
Gay!
And a lot of that paid off debt.
Yeah, a lot of that was debt, and we've got a little bit left over. Not a whole lot, but worth it.
It was awesome.
It was fun.
It was a good experience. We learned a lot. Learned a lot about what we want to do, learned a lot about what we don't want to do, learned a lot of new skills, new connections. Learned a lot from that building.
We're hoping to make it a fun zone, a work zone, play zone, live zone, all the above. So our goal is to build a loft in the upstairs part of it and just kind of live out of that. In one corner we're going to put a half pipe. Ellie's gonna learn how to skateboard and drop in this year, right?
Did not do that.
Yeah. We're gonna be putting a nice little silversmith section. We're gonna have a little section where we're gonna hire some people part-time to help make dreads.
And help us with all the other projects that we will need help with, such as shipping and all that fun stuff.
Yeah.
How many employees did we get up to? Like 50 something. They were not full-time. There was a lot of them that were part-time.
They were part-time.
Yeah, some of them only worked a couple hours a week.
Yeah. So since this video, we have, January of 2020. So pretty much with 6 months to a year and a half after this video, we had 45 part-time employees. Some would be working full-time and some were working only 3 hours a week. But anyways, on average, everyone was part-time, and we had 45 employees. We had 5 full-time employees, give or take. Yeah, and then we went a little bit different direction with manufacturing, tried to simplify it. We've actually scaled way back a ton because we've grown way too much, way too fast. We now have like 3 full-time employees and like 2 part-time employees. So we were able to consolidate all of that into, the 5 employees that we have.
A lot has happened these past 5 years. So basically 2 months after this, so this was January of 2020. 2 months after this COVID hit, and we thought we were done because the world kind of freaked out. And that's, surprisingly enough, that's actually when Dreadful Hippie started to really take off. And we went from like getting 20 orders a month to getting like 20 orders a day, like overnight. It was wild. So yeah, we've grown a lot. We built Dreadful Hippie up to be a multi-million-dollar company, and then it is not really worth that anymore. So
it's not worth the health risks, the stress.
Yeah, like it was fun, and I'm so glad that we did it. I don't necessarily want to do it again at that rate. I understand why most businesses, have increments of
growth
over a couple years. We basically, what we did in the first quarter of 2019, 2021. In 2021, we did, in the last quarter, the same amount that we did in the first 3 quarters, and then it just exponentially grew from there, and it almost killed us. It was fun, and it was a rush, and it was an adrenaline rush, but it almost killed us.
Ellie had a TikTok video that blew up, and we were getting sales every few minutes, like full-size orders every full minutes, which was incredible, and we're extremely blessed for it and able to provide an income for a lot of employees and our team and stuff like that and the family, but holy crap, it was a lot. We shut down our website for a couple months just to be able to catch up. We literally just said like, hey, we're not taking any more orders for the foreseen future. Like, we'll let you know when we're back up.
Forgot about that.
Yeah.
Stuff.
Yeah.
We'll also have a section where the Jeep can go and the motorcycle, so that Dallas can always be upgrading and whatever else.
We no longer own that Jeep.
A nice little workshop.
Yeah.
Right now for vehicles, we have a Jeep. We've got my black Jeep, the 2013 Jeep Wrangler Rubicon Unlimited, and we've got Ellie's fun little Chevy. We traded in the Jeep for an F-150 to 2016. I literally just got it detailed so we can sell it. We've already, whatever.
We still own that one, but we're trying to sell it. Then we got an F-350 because we needed the tax write-offs.
And because we were actually needing to haul all the hair product and stuff.
But we sold that at the beginning of 2024. And then we got my actual dream vehicle, which is not a Jeep Rubicon. It's a 1976 Bronco. And she's beautiful. We call her Penny. She's my favorite color. She's great.
Yep. I need to fix it. Her.
Yeah. And then Dallas got his dream vehicle, which is a 75?
1977 Jeep truck. It's a J10.
He's been through hell and back with that thing.
Yeah. Yep. I've taken it to 3 different mechanics to get the engine fixed, and it's currently at a mechanic to just take it all out. And I'm gonna be swapping an OM606, the OM606 Mercedes diesel engine into it.
But it's gonna be stunning once it's done. He got this custom like seat. It's a single cab, is that what it's called?
Bench seat.
Yeah, and it's gonna be really cute.
Yeah.
So then we have that, and then we just recently, at the beginning of this year, got a Porsche Cayenne. So.
Yeah. We might keep it, we might sell it.
We're not sure.
Not sure. Everything's expensive with that thing.
And then we sold my motorcycle this year. We bought his back, so I think it was later on this year. We were super broke, like when we filmed this video. We were super broke, so we sold it. Or was it? No, it was 2019.
Yeah, I think we sold the motorcycle a few months before this video.
So Dallas sold it because we were super broke, couldn't afford rent, and then magically, like a year ago, he randomly said, he's like, man, I wish I could buy that bike back. And then literally the next day it popped up on Facebook Marketplace, or on KSL, and he bought it back. The same exact one from the same guy. So that's really cool.
Yeah. I've owned it for a couple years. It's been a couple years since that, but yeah, long story short, I sold it. The guy had it for 3 years. I turned to Ellie and I'm like, man, I would do anything to buy that bike back. I was looking on KSL, and it had been posted within 15 minutes of me going on KSL. It was the top listing of all the motorcycles. So went and bought it the next day, paid a little more, but that's right. The dude only put like 100 miles on it in 3 years, so.
We also own a 1990s Bronco, but we're trying to get rid of that.
Trying to sell that freaking Frankenstein looking
because
thing.
we got my actual dream one. And then we have our camper, which we call and refer to it as the salmon turd, because one day it'll be finished, but when we first got it, it was like painted this horrible salmon color.
Yeah. Got some parts I need to throw on it, but it's too cold. I did put the parts on that Jeep.
Places we hope to travel this year: Colombia, Iceland, India, Norway, Bali, and the Dominican Republic. And fun things we hope to accomplish this year: me dropping.
We went to Colombia 5 years after this video.
We went to Colombia last year and ended our trip early because it was a very stressful trip.
Yes.
Me dropping in. Dallas learning how to do backflip, snowboarding.
I have attempted the backflip. I have not landed it.
I have not attempted to skateboard.
Nope.
I do snowboard.
And one.
Yeah. We'll be getting snakes,
Did we
naked
do
cats,
that?
We're not getting snakes.
No. But we did get naked cats.
and a dog.
Did do that.
We did do
We
that.
want a really big dog
Yeah.
that
Like one that would intimidate most people.
But it's actually,
Yeah.
Brutus did a great job.
He did a great job at that.
Except he was very sweet.
Unless you got in his face.
It's actually super nice and hangs out with us in the warehouse. It'll have a nice, big, not a yard. It will not have a yard. But it'll have a nice, big, open space.
I also want to get
He did have a yard, but he would never go out there by himself.
Yeah. If we were out there with him, he'd stay out there, but...
scuba certified this year because he is all ready, so I need to be.
She did not.
And then,
Boy Scouts for life.
we will also be working towards getting our dream motorcycles. We currently have one that Dallas got for a really good deal.
For Ellie to learn on.
I hated that bike. It was a KTM.
Sold it. I made...
Hated that bike. My legs are too short. It literally would tip over. Like, I literally could not touch the ground while sitting on it.
I think I put 1,000 miles on that bike and sold it for like $1,100 more than what I bought it for, so that's
But
cool.
we did get my motorcycle, which was a Harley Sportster 1200, and she was pretty. And then I wrecked it 2 days later.
Yeah. We got it fixed and she rode it, but she'd only ride it like a couple times out of the summer, so we just sold it.
Yeah, he had a
Have you?
beautiful one. No, like I get the gist of it, but
She's scared.
I got really scared.
She's scared to ride it. But yeah, we're gonna get, right now the goal is to get a couple Harley 48s. Did that. Hers was a 48, and we did get my Sportster 1200 as well, but the engine blew up. Like, I put 500 miles on it and the engine blew up and we sold it for half as
Also, the day
what
we
we
got
bought
it
it.
was the anniversary of the day we met, which was the day you picked me up on a motorcycle. And then that's the day that I wrecked really bad.
Yeah.
Making either like cafe racer style or scrambler type.
Yeah, there's other ones I'm looking at too that I've learned recently that are a lot more powerful than those ones and faster. So we'll see. We'll get Ellie a 48. Fun.
I'm wearing a white shirt
Cruiser.
again, and you're wearing a black shirt again.
So we're also, did you say the yoga
The
retreat?
warehouse, and then we're working on the retreat.
So this is actually
No, we did not do the retreat because it was 2020 and no one could travel for the next like 2 years.
Yeah, the world shut down 2 months after this video.
really exciting. We had this thought last year. We were in the Dominican Republic to like do a dreadful hippie retreat. This year kind of just like was talked about, but this year we're really executing it. This year we came to the conclusion like if our dreams don't absolutely terrify us, they're not even worth moving towards. So when I tell you,
I don't know about you, but I'm a little bit over that motto.
Sometimes.
We lived by that, and I think we took a couple years off of our lives.
Look how much older
Yeah.
Look.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm pretty over that.
I'm pretty over that.
I'm all for having big goals that stretch you for sure, but
Man,
I don't know.
you give and you take. Like, you can't.
Jeez.
Life kicked us in the balls.
A few times.
Like, we accomplished those goals, but like, for what? Like, we were so exhausted by the end of it, it wasn't even like rewarding.
Yeah. I think steady, working towards
I'm
your
glad we
goals
did it.
steadily.
I think everyone needs to learn that lesson at some point in their life. So I'm glad we did it, but I'm also glad that we're still in our 20s and we learned that lesson when we did.
I'm terrified doing this. There have been times like I've been shaky because I am getting so scared. But
My
we're
freaking
doing a retreat to the
smile.
Dominican Republic. We are going to have 40 people there. And then we'll also have 3 like guest speaker teachers who will be like who are people that have mentored us in our life. And then that will be in August. We will also be doing
Honestly, I'm so glad that didn't happen.
Me too.
learning how to teach classes this year to hairstylists to know how to install the dreadlocks.
We have not done that.
We have not done that. I still would like to do it.
I honestly would not care to, but he would. We're in a weird spot with dreadfull hippie right now, and we'll get into that later.
That is also really scary because it's really intimidating getting up in front of a bunch of people talking.
Especially people that know what they're actually doing with hair.
Yeah.
Right now we're currently working on the website. We're hoping to get a little wholesale tab, get some videos. We just barely shot all the product photos last night for the dreads.
When I made the first
But that's like
website,
the big
it wasn't on
thing that
ClickFunnels.
we're
This
working
is the
on.
first
Like
Shopify.
right now is getting the website up, because that's kind of the main thing holding us back from growing.
And the new products we want to launch this year are, we want to have more like dread jewelry, so beads, wraps, any kind of like those things. And then we want to do tapestries. And I have a really big project I've literally been working on for 2 years, trying to find like the right person for to do these bohemian jackets. And we actually were just introduced to someone who lives over in India, which is will provide us with the wholesalers that we need.
We did a wholesale account. We still do wholesale to stylists. We've sold beads and hair wraps. We still have them on there, and they do okay.
They're not our main focus.
Yeah.
But our website, this website was game changing, especially because COVID hit 2 months after this.
So this allowed us to be able to handle the orders that were coming in, because the website that we had during this video
Would not function.
wouldn't have worked.
And then
We didn't do those jackets. Have zero desire to do those jackets.
did I say tapestries?
Don't care to do tapestries.
We sold tapestries once.
Tapestries, jewelry, like just a bunch of products for the website. And we also want to host a big Black Friday sale. We're not really sure like what that entails, but
We usually do that every year, and it's done very well for us.
that will be all figured out later on. And then an affiliate program for our
We do.
customers so that they can actually refer people and get paid.
We
to
do
so.
that.
Yeah, we've done the affiliate program. It works really well. We're gonna keep doing it. We're just now starting to dip our toes into like actually working with influencers. We've had lots of customers that have told their friends, so it'd be nice if we can give them a little chunk of the pie as well. Chunk of the
And
pie.
packaging. Packaging is another big thing because we want our customers when they get their dreadlocks to like go to open
Our
the package and
packaging
be, like,
is
this amazing
elite.
experience because who doesn't love to open some big pretty box and see what they bought inside?
That's the truth.
So we had these boxes that are magnetic. So they had this magnetic flap, and they're really nice boxes that people would keep for storing their dreads when they weren't wearing them. And we would emboss their names in the top in gold foil. And then when you would open it, it would have Dreadful Hippie embossed in gold foil also. And then we would have butterflies that would like wind up and fly out when they opened them.
We still do all of that except for the butterflies.
Because it actually like scared a lot of people. And
Yeah.
it was a lot of extra work. But we are actually changing the packaging again, just color. So we're kind of rebranding Dreadful Hippie, and we'll talk about that.
Yeah, but if like, so that door that's cracked behind Ellie in this video, that was our pantry. By the time we moved out of this house, so it was a 3-bedroom, 1-bathroom house, basement apartment, and we had both guest bedrooms filled with the packaging
And
that
our room.
we had. All of our room was full, like our studio. We had all of like our lights and stuff and a couple boxes for packaging. But that pantry was overflowing. This is when we knew it was time to move. That pantry was overflowing. We couldn't even get to like our groceries and spices or whatever to be able to cook or make meals because there were Dreadful Hippie packaging boxes stacked to the ceiling. So
We're also doing festivals this year. We have a goal to hit 7 festivals and we've already been accepted.
We,
we did one in 2020.
because COVID hit.
Yeah. So we
COVID
did.
hit the week before our next festival.
We were gonna leave like 3 days after COVID was like officially a thing.
Yeah. It
was
was
in
the whole
March.
Slow the curve, whatever.
Yeah, so we did one festival this year, the time of that video. It was down in Arizona, and honestly it was terrible because it was freezing cold and got rained out.
We haven't done one since and don't have any desire to do them again.
Accepted to 4. Those are all the reggae rise-ups. So Utah, Florida, and Las Vegas. And then AZ Roots. And we've also applied to Bonnaroo, Firefly, Electric Forest, Cali Roots. I've applied to so many. So
those are the main ones that we're like hoping to get into. We didn't get into it, thank goodness.
I also don't think they approved anyone because COVID.
Yeah.
Still waiting to hear back from them.
We're super active. Go to the gym 4 times a week. I weigh 172 pounds. My goal is to weigh 200 by the end of the year.
My goal is to be able to do 20 pull-ups, like real, actual pull-ups, the right way. Can't even do one.
Never did that, and I really don't care to ever do that.
I don't care to weigh 200 pounds. In fact, I weighed 172 pounds. Here I am, 5 years later, still weigh the exact same.
And he's super active. He does jujitsu.
Yeah, I do. I go to jujitsu right now, as of the last 4 months, 1 to 2 times a week. I was going 5 times a week.
I am not active. I'm just now starting to get kind of slightly interested.
We go for walks sometimes.
But that's...
It's too big. Weighs you down.
But these are our goals for this year. And as you see, that none of them are crossed off. We have 2 of those. So by the end of this year, these will all be crossed off.
Word up. Keep working hard. Future us.
Excited to see where we're at.
Set some bigger goals.
I hope our goals are a lot bigger next year. The next time we watch this.
Yep.
And that we will have accomplished all of this.
Word. Word. Okay, so here's where we're at. Alright, so I'm editing this video right now, and I realized that right here in this clip, the camera shut off. I think it's 15-minute videos, whatever. Anyways, biggest update of them all. We had a child.
And he's not 3 months old, he's 5 months old now.
He's 5 months old, because here I am editing this video a month and a half later.
Please don't.
Pretty girl. Oh, got her. He's a cute little boy. There he is. Just started jumping a couple days ago. It's the best.
I was like, I am done being the face of this company, especially when we were just getting so much hate and people were attacking me personally, not my product, but me personally. And I had decided that I wanted to be a mom and I needed to start preparing for that, especially with how much I was working. I knew it wasn't going to be possible for me to be the present mother that I wanted to be and continue working the way that I was. So for the last 2 years, I've been weeding myself out of it. And because of that, because I was the one that was doing all the marketing, it dropped our sales a lot. We were doing like $150,000 a month on average, and now we're doing $20,000 a month if we're lucky. And it's not even like covering our bills. Like Ellie and I haven't gotten paid in 2 months. But before that, like we didn't get paid at all. I think we got paid 2 months out of the entire year last year. So that was really scary, especially with the newborn coming. And then we had a lot of people trying to take advantage of us, and a lot. And we're just over it. We don't want to be reliant on other people. Like, we don't want to have other business partners. We liked it when it was the 2 of us and we made decisions and we didn't have to include anybody else in any of the decisions that we made. We didn't like having to have the government so involved with everything, because Dreadful Hippie had grown to this space that the government was like breathing down our neck with like sales tax, like just all this like crazy stuff that we didn't know that we had to do.
Oh yeah, we kept getting calls from the state of Utah
saying that they were gonna like garnish wages. Anyways, it just was not what that's not why we started Dreadful Hippie. I'm glad that we scaled it to as big as we did. There was 1 year we did 2 million in sales, and that was awesome, but it also took a huge toll on our souls.
That's a reward for working 14 hours a day.
Yeah.
Like
it was awesome.
It is what it is, but we're working every single day till 2 in the morning, and that's exhausting.
Yeah, and that's not
So
sustainable long term.
we're trying to get back to, and that's not all profit. That's not what we take home.
Yeah, and that's the other thing with
that's
business.
total revenue.
When you grow a business that big, your expenses don't just double, they quadruple, because you have all of these extra things you have to pay for. Workers' comp and building insurance, and then you have to pay rent, like an insane amount of rent for a huge building. And because you're in a huge building, your utilities are crazy. Like, there's just so much that goes into it that you don't know until you're actually in it. So Dallas and I went from making like a lot of money personally to not getting paid at all, but Dreadful Hippie was bringing in $150,000 and we weren't getting paid. Like, it was...
We made way more money when it was us living in this basement. That basement 5 years ago, when it was just us doing
were profiting
everything.
like $30,000 a month.
Yeah.
And
now, like, I mean, we've gotten paid on average 3 months out of the last year and a half.
yeah.
But our employees get paid every 2 weeks, so that's cool, and we're happy for them. But we're trying to get it to where we can also get paid as well, and we're not just living on credit cards and stuff. So.
And we're just not who we were 7 years ago. I'm not this dreadlock loving girl anymore. Like, I still love them and I still think they're beautiful, but I don't want to feel like I have to wear something in order to sell, like in order to get a paycheck. I want to be able to wear them when I want to wear them. But right now it feels like a job. And anytime something feels like a job to me, that's when I hate it, that's when I resent it, and then that's when I stop. So I'm trying to prevent myself from resenting them, and so I haven't worn them in over a year, and it's been great. Yeah. And I would like to wear them again someday. But we are trying to build our own personal brands now.
Well, you're also enjoying your natural hair, too.
Yeah.
Because for one thing, Ellie started Dreadful Hippie to help her get her the volume and health
and the
of
confidence of having natural long hair.
The natural hair, and now she has it, so it's really cool. It's a tough dichotomy because it's like Dreadful Hippie personally has taken such a toll on us that it's hard to get back to that excitement that we had 5, 6, 7 years ago. And we love that it still is providing confidence to all of our customers and all these things, like making them feel beautiful. But like when we don't feel as fulfilled as we would like to be, it's tough.
So we're kind of trying to, we currently have we've brought on 2 individuals who are helping us do all the marketing, and we are trying to get Dreadful Hippie to a space or a place where we can build it. And we are currently in our parenthood era, or whatever you want to call it, and we're enjoying it and we're loving it, and we want to somehow be able to bring in an income just from being us, which is kind of how Dreadful Hippie started. It was us going up in the mountains and hanging out and doing fun montages and just having fun, and people enjoyed it. So that's what we're trying to get back to.
Yeah. Trying to take on the motto that we had when we first got married, and that's work hard, play harder. For the last 5 years, we've just been working hard, and we've played some, but not as much as we'd like.
And the few times that we would play, people were so angry at us because their order hadn't shipped yet, and it's like, you do realize, like, we need breaks. So we're just sick of feeling guilty for playing. And I'm kind of in this, like, very feminine side of life, where back then in that era, like, I was very much in my masculine, which is fine, but I don't want to be that much in my masculine anymore. I want a healthy balance between the two. So I'm currently learning how to cook because I've never really done that. I'm learning how to be a mother. I'm learning how to be a better wife. Like, that's kind of the area of life that I'm in. But we are starting a new company, a new business that's going to be very chill, and it's just going to support the things that we already currently love, which is antiquing and thrifting. So we're going over to Europe next month, and we are spending pretty much the month with my parents and our little boy over there antique shopping to be able to bring it home and sell here. Because every time I go anywhere and I find a beautiful piece, everyone always asks me where I get it, and I can't say I don't have anywhere to send them because it's a one-off thing. So we're hoping to be able to go there, bring those pieces here to be able to allow those who can't, travel over to Europe to go shopping, the opportunity to be able to have beautiful pieces in their home. So that is actually going to be called House of Relics, and it should be open no later than July, assuming that shipping and everything by sea takes a few months.
The goal is we should get our shipment of furniture and whatever antiques in April. So once we get that,
Crossing
then
our fingers.
we'll the second we get that, we're gonna open. So
But we're not trying to build it to be some multi-million-dollar company. It's just to be able to support our love for antiques and be able to shop and whatever, interchange things, but also to be able to provide that to other people. And it's just something that's fun. It gives us the opportunity to go to Europe multiple times a year.
yeah. What more do you want? We'd show you our baby, but he's sleeping and he doesn't take naps often. You would think a 3-month-old baby would, but he doesn't. So,
Currently. He doesn't currently. He goes through phases.
yes. So that's us.
That's us.
We're back.
Yeah. So our kind of goal surrounding blogging moving forward is we're just taking it very slow, and we're gonna try and do this approach where it's kind of just us setting the camera up and giving you a behind the scenes of our life instead of like sitting down and being like, what's up guys, like make sure to subscribe, today we're doing this big project. Like we're kind of just hoping to be able to throw the camera up and document and then move forward. So that is live as of February 11th, 2025. Until next year, I guess.
Word.